Yo, magandang araw mga idol. October 2006, isang masakit na pagkatalo ang inabot noon ng nakatatandang kapatid ni Nonito Donaire na si Glenn Donaire sa kamay ng undefeated boxer na si Vic Darchinyan, kung saan nga ay tinalo ng kampiyon na si Darchinyan via technical decision si Glenn Donaire. Umayaw nga sa laban na ito si Donaire dahil nabasag umano ang panga nito, dahilan upang ihinto ng referee ang nasabing laban. Samantalang noong July 2007, matapos ng talunin si Glenn Donaire, ay sunod namang hinarap ni Vic Darchinyan itong ating pambato na si Nonito the Flash Donaire. Kung ang nakatatandang kapatid ni Nonito na si Glenn ay sa flyweight division lumalaban, ito namang si Nonito ay sa super flyweight nakikipagdigmaan. Subalit sa kagustuhan na makalaban ni Nonito itong kasalukuyang kampiyon ng IBF at IBO flyweight at undefeated knockout artist na si Darchinyan, at mapagiganti na rin ang kapatid, napilitang bumaba ng isang division ang ating pambato. Kung titignan ang kanilang record, di hamak na yamado ang kampiyon na may kartadang 28 wins, 22 dito ay galing sa knockout at walang talo. Samantalang si Nonito Donaire ay may kartada lamang na 17 wins with 10 knockout at may isang talo. Bago nga ang kanilang laban ay sinabi ng kampiyon na matutulod ang ating pambato sa sinapit ng kanyang kapatid. Nagkamali daw ng binangga si Nonito. Dapat daw ay hindi na bumaba ito ng timbang para labang-labanan siya at ipagiganti ang kapatid niya. Pero ang hindi alam ni Darchinyan ay ibang Nonito Donaire ang makakasagupan niya ng araw na iyon. July 2007 naglaban si Vic Darchinyan at Nonito Donaire. Ito ang ikawalong depensa ni Darchinyan sa kanyang hawak na titulong IBF at IBO flyweight. Mabigo kaya ang ating pambato na maipagiganti ang kanyang kapatid, o si Nonito na ang tanging boksingerong katapat nitong si Darchinyan?
Let's touch him up. Let's get popping.
Something, unfortunately, I never had. Starter in general, it'll be interesting to see if he gets right to it here. He did start on
Bigger reach, and those are the things that you always wonder, can a Darchinyan, who's a fighter that comes forward, deal it
really fast against Nonito's brother Glenn, who incidentally told the younger Nonito that Darchinyan does not hit hard, and you can see the punches coming by Donaire that missed.
Two things have happened. The right hand is landing.
Darchinyan's response, he was toying with Glenn that night. He didn't punch as hard as he usually does. Big left uppercut attempted
for Donaire, but the left is landing by Darchinyan. But I think Vic Darchinyan think about his power already.
And a wide...
You know, you said Vic Darchinyan's gone through an undefeated career.
Swing and a miss with the left by Darchinyan. The free-swinging Darchinyan is being tested right out of the gate here.
In the first half of round one, he's been hit more than we've seen in all the fights, and he's getting whacked by Donaire.
He just got hit. That was a shove. He just got hit. Donaire comes out blazing here midway through the first round.
Now, the danger in all this is Donaire better not...
Donaire back. Donaire has skills, no question. Straight right hand to the chest. He's versatile, he's patient, calm, and lightning fast. Donaire really up on his toes, moving to his left, which is the correct thing to do. And another wild, and he can handle pressure. He's got a lot of amateur experience.
Well, in the keys to victory, one of the ones was landing.
Of Darchinyan's uppercut, but that straight left can really wear you down. Boy, Donaire kind of buckled there moments before the 28-0 with 22 knockouts.
If he tries to throw the right hook and the right uppercut, probably a little more against Donaire.
And the reason for that, because he knows that Donaire is going to be circling to his left, to right there on cue.
You know what I'm surprised at, and it's a good weapon.
Left hand by Donaire to the head. He is trying to get away from his power, the left hand. So he'll try to surprise him with the right. There it is.
Right? In his second fight as a pro, and it's been troubling him sometimes in fights since.
Oh, Darchinyan.
Ganito Donaire is making this an interesting fight, but boy, he could make it too interesting for himself because
got nailed, and then he came back. Here's a right hand, a miss by Donaire with the left hand, and it is really heating up here in round two.
No way of those Darchinyan big punches.
Donaire has to be in action here in the early going to the IBF flyweight crown of Vic Darchinyan. Lunging left there by Darchinyan.
That was a seminal moment. Well, you know, the interesting thing about this is, second round, I don't know if he's winning it, but it's been better.
Well, he's usually a slow starter.
it's almost as if Darchinyan has stepped up in weight because Donaire is by trade a 115-pounder. And so we're getting a...
Trying to push Donaire what is developing into an interesting affair. Well, as with heavy lefts there is Darchinyan, but the Donaire standing his ground, looking to enter round 3.
And you know, round 2, I have to say I might have put it in Darchinyan's column because of his goods. Darchinyan's finding the range with the second half of the round. He did come back very well, and now body work by Donaire. This round's been impressive.
You can see the difference in height and out. And when he straightens out those lefts, the power is compounded. Like
come in the ring, and he's right. Once they felt his power, for the most part, Steve, they change. They can't. When Vic Darchinyan kind of rushes in, he does get countered by Donaire, and that's an issue for him.
Punch to end it. He's kind of unused
Their skills. That hasn't happened yet to Donaire, but there's a good left hand by Darchinyan.
Oftentimes, it's difficult to stay outside.
He hasn't hurt Donaire with that punch.
Box move counter against Darchinyan. He had to sort of get in his chest.
Did a moment ago was he feinted Darchinyan, and you saw Darchinyan react.
Big straight left hand right on the button. Oh, there's a good left hand that staggered Darchinyan. Remember, he's never been hurt or dropped in his career. Darchinyan battles back. Donaire marching forward. Donaire sensing the moment. Pacing, it's another hard left hand to the chin by Donaire.
Big weapon for Donaire, surprising.
What a huge finish to round 3
by Donaire, and that was a portent of things to come because there's a good counter left hook by Donaire that hurt Darchinyan and changed
any kind of trouble. It might be the first time he's been in trouble his entire career, and we'll see how he responds in this situation. Round 4 scheduled for 12.
Darchinyan's dad is here to see his fight. Only the second time he's seen his son fight as a pro. He's got to be a little nervous at this point.
Tense moment, Indians' undefeated record at stake as well.
You know, Darchinyan
for Ruben Darchinyan, the first trip to the United States.
Owned a gas station in Armenia, and he and Vic have a great...
The Darchinyan corner as well, led by trainer Billy Hussein, who's 2-0 with Darchinyan since taking over from former world champion Jeff Fennick.
You know, it's counterpunching him so effectively, so it's a tricky situation for... What's interesting about this too now, Darchinyan kind of feels urgency to come forward and make things happen, but when he does, Donaire is Darchinyan right now.
Donaire not quite as aggressive as he was towards the end of the...
Darchinyan's able to get that left in when he, especially
third round. Just tasted a straight left hand from Darchinyan. Swollen on Darchinyan right now. Missing wildly with a straight left is Darchinyan. So the eyes are becoming a factor for Darchinyan. For the moment, it appears as if Donaire is letting him off the hook. Now, the hand by Darchinyan to the chest, pushes Donaire back.
Again, the counter.
Right hand by Donaire was blocked by the left glove of Darchinyan. Straight
left hook by Donaire. You know, the problem with Darchinyan is when he rushes in, defense is not something he remembers much, and Donaire has been up in there, but you can't do it, Steve, when your opponent, who has a big height and reach advantage, stays on the outside. I kind of thought it was fun.
Works better in basketball.
Yeah, it's true.
Nice counter left there by Donaire. Another counter there by Darchinyan, and a spinner on move by. Final seconds of the round. And Darchinyan ends it with a straight. Glenn Donaire, a face-first brawler. And Nonito more of a tactical technician.
And Nonito Donaire has some physical attributes, too.
Round 5 underway, scheduled for 12. IBF flyweight belt on the line. The champion Darchinyan in the...
That his brother doesn't have. He's taller, he's got the reach, and he's a little bit bigger. And so all of that is troubling Vic Darchinyan right now.
Darchinyan black, struggling a little bit with the challenger in the red, Nonito Donaire. Nice shot to the body there by Donaire.
Exactly, Stephen. The body work Donaire's done.
And our panel of press row scores have it as a majority.
In his last 12-round fight, Donaire against Oscar Andrade won the last 3 rounds dramatically to win that decision.
Jack Overmeyer from Boxing Digest. Coming in from the Manchester Journal-Inquirer here in Connecticut, Mark Abrams, 15rounds.com. At the midway point of round 5.
There's the jab by Ganito Donaire working well. Oh, my!
Look out! Darchinyan down for the first time! In terrible shape, it's all over! It's all over! Ganito Donaire has pulled off the monstrous upset!
Nanalo si Ganito Donaire via technical knockout sa round 5 at nakuha ang 2 titulong hawak ni Darchinyan. Pero bukod nga sa titulong nakuha ni Donaire, napagiganti niya ang kanyang nakakatandang kapatid. Ayon nga kay Donaire, bago ang kanilang laban ni Darchinyan, walang Pinoy na naniniwala sa kanyang kakayahan. Subalit, imbes na magalit, mas ginawa niya itong motivation upang mas patunayan na kaya niya ring maging kampiyon.
And to all the Filipinos out there who never believed in me, but I did it, and I proved you guys wrong. But I know that you're gonna support me because I proved to the world that I'm something now. And